We're going to start a new topic today, and we're going to look at vectors. But what is a vector? A vector, very simply, is a directional line segment. So if I have any line with a direction and a magnitude, so it has an endpoint, we call that a vector. And not only do we call that a vector, we're going to say that's the same vector as if I started anywhere else and went the same direction for the same length. That's the same vector. So all of these vectors here, if I've drawn them correctly, are going to be the same vector. Notice that not only does it have that line, it's got a direction on it. So I've got to have that arrow to show where it is. So it could be 30 kilometers north-northeast, something like that. That would be a vector. As long as it's got a size and a direction. It could even be a speed and a direction because the speed is a size. So any of these are my same vectors. Now, how do we describe those vectors? Well, what we do is we say, given that they're all the same, we're going to go, what about the one that starts in the origin? And we're going to name that vector by where it ends up. So this point here. So it goes from the origin to A. That vector is named by where that point A is. And rather than saying, so we've got a vector V, and rather than putting it as a numbered pair in brackets, we're going to put it in square brackets, and we're going to put vertically. We call it a column vector. But we've got the X component and our Y component. Now, that's exactly the same as if, say, I had this point here, x2, let's call that x. I'm going to name these differently from here. So I'm going to call that x1, y1. So that's, and this one is x2, y2. Then my vector, there's the same vector, is going to be x2 minus x1 and y2 minus y1. And so that gives us our vector. And if we had these points with names, let's say that was B and C, we could say that that was also equal to B, C. And again, we need the arrow to say we're going from B to C.